Hey Taurus. There's a lot processing. You might be processing. Things that are just kind of hitting you. And like, it's almost like life has, you're like a target, but that's not true to an extent. You are for Uranus because Uranus is going to be in your sign, and that's why you could feel like electrocuted and shock and hear shocking things and shocking change, especially in what you once thought was stable. I'll tell you one thing, we're all looking for stability, and there's more, it's very clear more now than ever, for comfort. And you are the king, queen of comfort of all the signs, especially in your physical life, especially in what and how you do things. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be most of your identity in the future. There's a lot of change. You're actually being asked what you're worth. You may have been surprised that you didn't see, or you haven't seen in a long time, the part of you that says no to being offered something that really you want more from, that you know you're worth more, you know that you can have more, and you're no longer allowing that to be the final option. And you might just finally be seeing that about yourself, because what's being revealed to you is who you really are and how you're able to handle things and what you actually have going for you, as opposed to what you've been given. Tower moment on the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to keep it out, but this is something that's really prevalent in your life. Taurus sun, Taurus rising especially. Being a Taurus rising, I completely relate to this. Ace of Cups. Beautiful. So lots of change. And it's like the person that you're becoming is demanding it. It's not so spoken, but you will have to speak up. Sorry, that piece is kind of bothering me. You will have to speak up. And you do have to allow yourself to celebrate the wins and the changes and the up-leveling in your life, because there's still going to be lots of changes. You're still going to be asked to speak up about certain things. And it's not just about you, it's also about what you're representing in yourself, because there's lots of change happening. And going to continue to happen. And even though you want contentness, it's not really, the contentness is about your feelings right now, about how you feel, about where you're going, how you feel about what's happening. That's where you want to stay comfortable and content. That's where you actually need it. Externally, you might not get that. You're being asked to not settle for what you used to. Ace of Cups. All the cards came out. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ace of Swords, Page of Cups. It's about being super clear that this content place comes from the overflow. So how you can go from the Ace of Cups to the Nine of Cups is by accepting what isn't right anymore for you, right for you. The Ace of Swords is about cutting that out, because then we have the Ace of Pentacles, 3 aces, 2, and then the 2 of Pentacles. So very interesting. 5 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. The thing is, and we're all grieving to a certain extent, so you can also watch the Libra video for that. So this new wave of opportunity, money, promotion, it comes with a decision that you have to make. It's about what you're willing to hold on to and not anymore. See that 5 of Cups? The 5 of Cups is about allowing yourself the moments to not dwell in those moments, but allowing those moments to change the direction. Those moments of, I am no longer this person. And what my future asks of me is that I keep going towards this new skin. I keep becoming this new skin. That I step into this new skin. Especially for Taurus risings too. That accepting this Ace of Cups is being able to be in the 9 of Cups with yourself and also use the Ace of Swords to say no, to be direct, to what isn't worth it. So this decision is about you. Here's the thing. Each opportunity, the new opportunities that will continuously be rolling in for you, is going to ask you to leave behind the old skin again. This is very foretelling about the future, which Aquarius does sometimes, in a very closed space. So coming back to this reading throughout the month and even throughout the rest of the year might be important for this one. And I don't always say that. The thing is that you can't look back every time you're moving forward too much. Reflecting is great, and you need to, because you need to see where the change is happening in terms of the 6 of Pentacles and how the 9 of Wands, you're being revealed that along the way. But you can't hold on to that because it will only keep you stuck. So the decision is, yes, I want to go with these. I want to make more. I want to do more. I want to step up. I want to do this. I want to be who I know that I am. And you're also almost being forced into it. That's the other thing. If you don't decide, you're going to be forced into it anyway. So you can accept the change as you go and see that the grievance is actually going to be a part of each step, each decision, each opportunity. It's just going to be a part of it. So going with it and still moving forward, not getting stuck and being scared. And I know it's hard. It can be hard. I'm saying it like it's easy. Taurus rising, I am going through it too. It's about knowing that what you're moving through while you're stepping up and stepping into each new phase, which could be a lot of clearing along the way, is just about releasing so more can come in. Because what you're holding on to is from the past. So in order to move forward into this new wave, this new Uranus wave, it's being willing to keep going no matter what is being asked of you. No matter how much the old you wants to stay there, it's getting used to this new skin. And that's going to be more new skin along the way. If you fight yourself, it will only take you back. So it's like accepting yourself along the way, and keep accepting yourself, because it's so good. It's so beautiful. And it's so real. So, as you know, we'll look at it and you'll see it a little differently. But right now is about just you making decisions. Nothing like too outspoken. It's just about you just being clear and continuing to like see the change as you go through the change and feel the change. It's a lot, I know. And it's asking you to move quicker than normal, but also not quicker. So it's like it's not moving like you used to in the past. So it's a lot. It's good. Bottom of the deck is Temperance. Oh, the Sages. The eclipses will be big for you. Learning to fuse together everything along the journey. Like a Sag, to remain tempered will be the hardest part. But as long as you're making the decisions based off of you and what you need and want, know that will be most beneficial. All right? We'll look at the cards. I know it's a lot. I wish I can, there's just not much more I can say. So I love you. I feel you. I see you. Beautiful things happening. If you want to work with me one-on-one, the information is below. And I hope you have a loving month. And I'll see you next month, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. So, there's a big revelation that this Mercury retrograde has given you. And it's revealing to you like your true nature. And it's possible that you haven't really come to this place of connection with that in a long time, unless it was just like a visualization, a dream, something separate than reality. Now it's kind of coming together for you. And something I learned even more so recently, today, in between doing the first part and the second part, is that the overindulgence is celebration, or the celebration can become more than that. Yes, we knew that already, and it's more apparent now because it's so much easier to disassociate and just want to go one way. But it's really important for you to remember what this Ace of Cups and doing what you need to do for yourself and why that's so much more important. With this Nine of Cups and the Ace of Swords, that's a very it's a powerful place to be because it's Ace of Swords, but it's also even more powerful when you know you need to hold back. When you know that you've been feeling tired, and we talked about your body a lot the last time, I think, the last couple times, about feeling your pace, feeling the way you move, and really getting in touch with that side of yourself in a different way, because what's happening is you're learning something so intensely, but you're learning something so so about your nature that if you have never been there, it could be shocking, but it's also like this powerful contentment that's just going to come over you. It just came over me recently. So we tend to, if you've had a lot of trauma, if you had certain, if you've had trauma at all, there's a certain moment when all this stuff happens, and this moment feels, and you can second guess it, or too good to be true, or whatever it is that you deeply fear can come up and say, hey, like, what do you think you're doing here, right? It almost like talks to you. And it's like, no, I'm like serious. Like, there's so much newness and openness I want to create for you, but you have to keep deciding that. And how do you decide that? You keep seeing what you've been holding on to, but you feel it. You have to move through it. You have to feel it. You're an earth sign. And fortunately, it's one of the coolest things, because you learn something so great and so deep at one point, and at this point right now, that it's a great time in Aquarius season to, it's a very independent sign for the most part. And I just remembered that Mars is in your sign. So this is also, I think I said in the beginning, it's not very communicative for you. It's more about how you're communicating with yourself and how you want to keep doing that as you move through all of this. So you might be grieving someone or a part of you that used to be a comfort to go back to. And now you're making new comforts. So always in the beginning of creating a new habit, you have to keep going, and it could feel weird. Sometimes it feels really good right off the bat, but this time it's not, because it's something that you're really learning about your nature and you're letting it teach you, when there's so much culturally that that's taught backwards. But remember, like a few months ago, we talked about moving like you do, because it's going to teach yourself and other people around you. Because the more you show your process to yourself, it becomes apparent where you can make it stronger, and you like to be strong, and you are strong. But this is about being even more connected with yourself and with this really deep, innate part of yourself. And it's like this fluid motion. If there's a Sagittarius in your life, they might be very helpful in this place. Be someone that you can talk to, or just respond to, or listen to, and in a certain way. And it's also about that mental, emotional connection. So this is about a lot of realizing and a lot of openness happening. So there's a lot of releasing that needs to happen too. When more needs to come in, a lot needs to release. So it's just time. You're ready to release it. It's just happening. The placements in the sky with the stars, but also just sometimes it's just time, and timing comes, the timing is now. And it's always really important to remember for the Ace of Cups for you is the Nine of Cups with the sword, and always being desired or offered and seen and looked at, especially as this really no matter what's happening, this really steady, discerning place, because it looks really good on you too. So there's that. Okay, so this is beautiful. Lots change. So just allow it to happen. Feel whatever it is you're feeling. To work with me one-on-one below, you can check below. And I will see you next month. I love you, Taurus.